Hello, everyone.
Hi. Welcome back.
Oh, there's like dog hair all over my.
Yeah, that's just gonna happen. It's all over the chairs. I try to let roll, but sometimes it's impossible. They love to like rub up against everything.
Yeah.
And they're the hairiest, most cheddar dogs known to man. Especially in the summer. In the summer it's bad. It's like it's surprising that they even have hair still. Because I'm like, we have a trash can dedicated to where we dump their hair from the vacuum.
Oh,
that's how much
God.
like hair they have.
That's funny.
It's wild. But we missed you last podcast.
I know. I feel like sitting down to record. I'm like, wow, I missed it.
I know. It feels like a really, really long time since we've chatted.
I know.
So I'm excited to like catch up on everything and
Yeah,
whatnot. But did you get to listen to the podcast episode?
I was just listening to it on my way here.
Oh, no way.
It was so good.
Yeah.
With Steph.
Yeah.
She killed it.
Yeah, I know. I was really, really surprised that episode was really good. And while I was editing, I was like, wow, this is like a pretty good episode.
It was so good. It was so insightful and like just like a lot of like bite-sized information that you could take with you, like if you are interested in content creation. So I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if that episode does well. But something that I texted Miranda while she was on vacation is that our YouTube video views have been up, and it's been so exciting to like see. Because I mean, I feel like I was used to seeing like 3 views.
Right.
And so when I see anything that's like above 50, I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, that's really exciting.
I know. And it's like we've only been doing it for like half a year.
Yeah, this is our 30th episode.
That's so insane.
Yeah, I know. It's wild.
Our 50th, we should have a little party.
Oh, for
we should
sure.
go out.
Yeah. Because 50, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
And we've only missed 1 week, which is honestly
insane.
Because I feel like I'm very... Well, now I'm trying not to tell myself this, but I feel like I'm very inconsistent with things sometimes. And so I'm glad this one has been like, I have like a schedule and a routine with it. And it's like almost like a must do.
Yeah.
And so I'm just glad that we've been like really consistent with it. So I'm proud of us.
I'm so
and
proud.
This is your reminder to subscribe so you get
Yes.
all the updated episodes and everything. It's funny because I've been like looking at the views and like the listens on like Spotify and YouTube because they're like different platforms that you see the views. I wish there was like a website where you can see all of it combined, but it's fine. I can only see like Spotify and Apple Podcast on our thing, and then YouTube is separate. But I was looking and I was saying that our Spotify and like Apple Podcast listens have gone down, but our YouTube has gone up. So that's like interesting to like notice because it used to be the opposite where it was like our Spotify would do better, or not Spotify, but just like our audio. Yeah, the audio. And so that's just been exciting. So don't forget to subscribe. And
I wonder if it's like the new revamp of like our marketing strategy.
Maybe. Well, at first I was like, maybe it's just because it's summer and like, I don't know. Something
people have more time on their hands.
Maybe, or like, I don't really know what to,
accredit it to.
Yeah, where the source is or like what's happening. But it's just been interesting to see like our YouTube go up a little bit. So I wonder if we're just like landing on people's like For You on YouTube and whatnot. So it's been exciting. So that was something that I was like, oh my gosh, wow, we almost have a video at like almost 100 views, which is crazy.
Yeah,
because that that was not happening.
And it's not, we're not out here like making viral content. So it's like
well, and it's also long form content, like an hour.
Yeah,
and so especially like on YouTube, I guess it is kind of like for long form, but still like to keep.
Like an hour is really long.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of like shout us out and just, I don't know, kind of talk about the journey and like starting something new. Because I know a lot of people listening are like entrepreneurs and like maybe you're starting a photography business or starting another business, and we know how hard it is.
Yeah, there's definitely ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
Which I think that's why it's so important to have those like mastermind kind of days like we did a couple weeks ago, because I feel like it's so easy to just get very comfortable with what you're doing, and then you kind of need to like wake up from it and be like, wait, actually, what's the goal here?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what helps you propel like forward.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. Well, and also just like the little wins, like you said, we're not going viral, so we're not getting like 100,000 views, but anything more than 50, I'm like,
100 people is literally like a small auditorium. Like imagine speaking in front of like 100 people. That's insane.
It's crazy. So yeah, it's just like about the little wins. So we always got to remember that, because it can seem like, I don't know, like if we were looking at other photography podcasts and their views, it'd be like, ugh, like we're never gonna get there.
And they've also been doing it for 3+ years.
Yeah.
So.
No,
this
exactly.
is literally the first 6 months, 7 months. So.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, it's so important to just kind of, I don't know, record the little wins.
Yeah.
And so that's why I texted Miranda. I was like, oh my gosh, this YouTube video has like 80 views.
Yeah.
Well, and also just like the book, The Karma of Success, like I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the things too, is like writing down your wins and like what you're doing good, instead of like, always thinking about what you could be doing, what you're not doing, things like that. So I don't know. I've just been like super happy to see the growth of the podcast, because it is hard. I mean, there's like so many podcasts, there's so many photographers, so it could feel like you're never gonna grow.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just the small growth. It's like, if we keep it up, it'll get better and better.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about that. How was your vacation?
My vacation was so good. We went to Lake Tahoe. That was my first time. And it was just gorgeous, 70 degrees the whole time.
It
was like either like 60 to 70 degrees. So it was like,
gosh.
We had this one beach day where we were there from like 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. And I didn't even like take my clothes off because it was like, that's how cold it was.
Wow.
But it was so nice to just sit in like 70-degree weather with like the sun on your face.
Yes.
It was so nice.
Yeah. It looked so peaceful and just like
so peaceful,
breezy, and I don't know, just looked so nice.
It was gorgeous. And I just read my Kindle for like hours.
Oh,
it was
I love
so nice. Yeah.
What was on your reading list?
I'm trying to get through Iron Flame.
Oh, okay.
And then also our book club book, I was reading a lot. And then I started the other book that we're reading. What's it called? It's the Joe Dispenza one.
Oh, okay. I forgot what it's called too.
Like Beating the Habit of Being Yourself or something like that.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, it was just really nice, and it made me feel like I was living out what Liv Tran always says, like be in nature and just like back to the basics. That's what it felt like. So it was really good.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my gosh. And you texted me, I think right after we selected the book club book, and you were like, wait, I love this book already. I was like, oh, dang, okay.
Yeah, I have some thoughts already.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, if you want to talk about it, we can. I don't know if you had anything else about vacation.
Well, so I feel like I had like a missed opportunity, which kind of like has me in my feels in some type of way. But basically, so we were on this family vacation, and it was Ian's sister and her husband. And it was, so I guess that's my brother-in-law, right? I think so. His extended like cousins were there.
Okay.
And one of his cousins is getting married.
Okay.
And so like as soon as like I like get to the cabin, Ian's sister's like, just so you know, like she's getting married, no pressure, but she doesn't have a photographer yet. And I'm like, okay. And so like from day one, there was already pressure.
Oh,
like
gosh.
I'm gonna have to like sell myself in some type of way. And I think that like really like put me in my head, and I was just like so anxious, and like my social anxiety like went up to the max because I'd never met these people before, first of all. And we're like spending a whole vacation with them. It wasn't the whole time, but second of all, I'm like, okay, everyone, like, I know it comes out of like love and support, but like everyone's talking about how I'm
Really?
the wedding photographer, and like,
Oh my
and
gosh.
also I was like, Ian's sister hired me to shoot this party that they were having, just like document it. So I like had my camera, like I was doing my job basically, and it was just like so awkward for me. And I feel like this is where like reading our book club book is really gonna come in handy
Oh, okay.
because like, it was just one of those moments where I needed to be able to know how to speak spontaneously, and
Yes.
also I needed to have an elevator pitch, and I, like, just didn't
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
and so I coulda sold myself right there because she was like, "Yeah, the only, like, vendor that we don't have is a photographer," and it was weird because, like, everyone was talking about us, but we weren't talking to each
Oh my
other.
gosh. Yeah, that would make me so anxious
It was
too.
so anxious. And so I'm like, okay, she knows I'm a wedding photographer, but she hasn't come up to me to talk about it. But everyone else is talking about it. And then
Yeah.
like on the very last night, we were like saying goodbye to each other, and she was like, I got your Instagram, so I'll look at yourself. I was like, okay. And like that's literally all I said. So I feel like if I would have had like a just like a solid like elevator pitch, I would have been like, I'm your girl, like
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
do this.
yeah.
But I was
Yeah.
just too anxious and I didn't. So
Yeah. Well, my first thing that came to mind, I mean, I would honestly be in the same position as you because I don't like attention. I don't
yeah.
like people. I don't know. I just don't like that attention, especially when people are like pushing you to do something. Like,
Yeah.
it freaks me out. So I understand. But like the first thing that came to mind for me would just be to ask her like what she's looking for.
I
Like,
know.
that would have been, like, my first question to ask because I think also just from TikTok and, like, things that I've read 'cause I haven't even started the book, for book club, but, one of the things, that people say a good conversationalist has is, like, they're good at asking questions, and
Mhm.
so that's, like, the first thing that came to mind, or at least, like, maybe that's what I would have asked, but maybe that just comes from me also, my sister's getting married, and so she's been, like, on the hunt for a wedding photographer, and I mean, she's being dramatic. It's crazy because 'cause I'm like, "Dude, it's been, like, 2 weeks, like, relax." She's like, "I cannot find a wedding photographer, blah, blah, blah," and I'm like, Girl, you gotta chill, like, it might take a while."
Well, she asked me.
Yes, I know, I know. Well, I gave her the idea, I was like, "Well, okay, so let me just start the conversation with she's, been looking for a wedding photographer for, like, the past week, and she's just been telling me, like, she wants someone that's, like, fun and, like, will make her feel like herself and not she doesn't wanna hire someone where she just, like, feels weird or, like, she can't, I don't know, just be herself, and she's like, "I'm looking for, like, a particular color too," and she wanted someone from Mexico because it's a little bit easier, and since we know Spanish, it would have been easy to pick, like, a
Yeah.
Mexican photographer and just easier on, like, just, like, I don't know, their travel and gear and all that stuff. But, she was just running into the issue of, like, she liked their work, but she didn't like the coloring, and I think,
Mhm.
I definitely brainwashed her to love my style.
You're right.
A photographer. Okay, maybe not brainwash, that's a little bit dramatic, but just, like, I think she just loves just, like, the true to life.
Yeah.
But she wasn't able she was really having, like, a really, really hard time finding a photographer in Mexico that has, like, a true to color style, which I thought was
Mm.
interesting. They're more it's, like, true to life, but, like, it still has, it's still, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It still has, like, brown tones in
Mhm.
it, and I guess, that kind of makes sense for Mexico, but she just wanted someone that was, like, true to color, and so she was, like, ranting for, like, 20 minutes about this. Then I was like, "Why don't you just hire Miranda and then, or, like, reach out to her and see if she'll do it?" 'Cause she does like the storytelling aspect, but again, she loves my style. She was like, "If I can just, like, copy and paste you, I would."
Right. And you're
And I
like, "I'm not shooting your wedding, I'm your
Yeah.
sister."
Well, and I told her, I was like, "I can shoot parts of it, but I don't want to be shooting the whole thing because I also want to be present. Because like,
Yeah.
I still want to shoot part of it. Like, I'm gonna have my camera and I'm gonna be shooting." And I just told her, I was like, "Well, what if you just, like, see if Miranda's available, and then I can help her shoot like portraits because she loves like the editorial style flash, and I can help her with like the details and stuff. And she was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And then she was like, "Do you think she would do it?" Like blah blah blah. And I was like, "Can you just ask her? Like, I don't see why she wouldn't do it, or like at least like ask. Like it's the worst she can say is like, oh no, like I can't do that, or I'm unavailable, or whatever." And so so I gave her the idea, and then I think she probably thought about it and was like, maybe that is a good idea, because she like knows you, and that's like kind of what she wanted. She wanted like true to life storytelling, and just someone that she not
doesn't have to
knows,
like
but
put
like
on a front on your wedding day.
but it's just like easier, because
Yeah.
she was like, how am I gonna know what they're like on the wedding day? And I was like, it's so true. Like, you really don't know what they're like, or if they're gonna care about you or whatever. But yeah, so anyways, all that to say, yeah, she asked you.
I know. I think we're gonna do it. I'm so excited.
I know.
I felt so honored that she asked me, honestly. I was like, what?
Yeah, and I knew it. I was like, I don't know why Miranda wouldn't, like,
literally just get to go to Mexico with all my friends.
Yes,
Excuse me,
literally.
what?
Yes, and shoot a really cool wedding, like, and an easy one. Like, she's not gonna expect much. And if anything, like, if she does have anything planned, like, I can do a lot of it, or I don't know, we can all work together to like have the photos that she wants that are a little bit more like editorial posed. But again, that's not gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So
I know.
She just wanted.
I'm so excited for her.
I know. Finally. She's been engaged for a while now. So I think she just needed a little push. And yeah, she just is like hyper fixated on it now.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Did y'all's like trip like kind of
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. And I think my parents were kind of like on board with it too, because originally I think they were looking into having her get married at the hotel that we were at the resort. But she thought about it more, and she was like, ooh, the hotel is like huge. Like, people talk about how they get lost all the time. And it's so funny because like all of the people there are like there to drink. And just imagine this giant resort. And every corner you take, it all looks the same. Like, every building looks the same. And so you're drunk, it's night, you don't know where you're going. And so the resort is big. And she was just like talking about like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to go from one location to the next in a wedding dress. And Mexico's hot, so it's like she's gonna be, walking everywhere because there's not gonna be any golf carts or anything like taking her anywhere. So she kind of thought about it, and she was like, maybe not. And also just resorts, they just like, well, I think venues in general, they charge for everything. Like, anything is an extra charge. Like, so they were just, a little bit too much. Like, I think to move the DJ from one spot to another, extra charge. Like, yeah. So I think she was just like, maybe not. Maybe let's do something else. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys to get on a call and see what she says. Yeah. And like all the details and stuff. I don't really know much about the colors. I think she was just more worried about finding a photographer first. So
I understand that struggle.
Yeah. And I was like, dang, I guess it really is hard to find a photographer.
Yeah, that's why like having a personal brand is so important, because like you were saying, how does she know what they're gonna be like on the day? Like, is she just gonna like go off a whim and like hire a Mexican photographer that she's never met before? Like, that would stress me out.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why like having a brand that is like readable online is so important.
Yes. Yeah. And I also think content has a lot to do with it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now with video, I feel like you can record videos of you just like working with the bride and the groom and the couple, and just like showing you kind of like behind the scenes. But I don't even know how we got there. Just, I guess it's hard to find a photographer.
Yeah. There's this one photographer that I am thinking in my mind, and I've seen her on TikTok. I don't follow her, but she like is so good on TikTok that I get all of her videos sometimes. And she literally just will like record just like behind the scenes of her doing different things on the wedding day, like different portraits, or when she's at like a couple session. And her personality shines so much just through those little videos. I'm like, I know exactly what you would be like on a wedding day.
Yeah.
So it's actually really not that hard to make content to do
Yeah.
that.
Well, and also I guess it depends on your brand too, because my sister, I guess, kind of knows the industry. So for her, it was like she kind of really knew what she wanted.
Right.
And so I don't know. It was just like interesting to hear her struggle with like finding a photographer. So it just made me think of like, oh, I wonder like what I could be doing to book my ideal clients, and like, I don't know, just it was just interesting hearing her take on like finding a photographer.
It's also kind of encouraging in a way because everyone talks about how saturated the market is, but if Steph can't even find someone that she likes, it's like, oh, there actually is a place for you.
Well, and also like it really has all to do with marketing, because I was like asking her like where she was trying to find photographers, and she was saying that most of it was on Instagram, and so she was just looking up like Mexican or like Mexico wedding photographer, and I guess that's like how she was finding most of them. And then she would go on to their page, and then after looking at their page, she would go through their like following and see if they were following any other Mexico wedding photographers. So it would be easy for her to find them if they all had like Mexico wedding photographer or like the specific city.
I feel like a lot of people sleep on that little SEO
I know.
tip.
I really I swear, like I blow people's mind to this day about that tip, and I'm like, what?
I feel
That's like the easiest one.
The only reason for you not to have that is if you're literally like, you've already made it and you don't
like
need a brand. Yeah. Like your name is your brand.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why aren't you putting your location in your Instagram name?
Yeah. It needs to have, Dallas wedding photographer, wherever you're at. Like it needs to have that, because it really, that's how people find you.
Seriously.
Especially this like Gen Z.
Yeah.
That's getting married these days. That's how they're finding you.
Instagram is a search engine now. It's not just social media. So.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was like, oh, like the marketing aspect of it too. It was just interesting hearing her like rant about about like what she's looking for and how she can't find it. And like, I don't know. I was just like, that's very interesting, because I never get to hear about like the struggle really of finding a wedding photographer. So I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, I'm excited to see what she plans out. And you have really good weddings coming up too. I'm jealous that you're even gonna photograph her wedding.
I know. Like, what are the chances? Like, because I'm not like out here trying to like market myself as a destination wedding photographer. So.
Yeah.
And I feel like, honestly, I was kind of reflecting on that, and all of my weddings that I'm so excited about have come to me randomly by the weirdest ways.
Oh, really?
And so I feel like the universe just works in mysterious ways, and you can do everything by the book, and you get so stressed out about like not booking and like all this kind of stuff, and then the universe is just like,
yes,
because you did this one little random act like 2 years ago, now I'm giving you this gift. And it's like, that is my ideal client. And it's like, so I just feel like you just also have to be confident in yourself and in who you are and what you want, and it will come to you.
Yeah, put yourself out there.
Yeah.
But anyways, well, with the thing with your brother-in-law's cousin,
oh yes,
did she ended up following you on Instagram, or
I don't like they don't
know.
Also, they don't seem like the people who like are super worried about it. Like they seem very chill.
Yeah,
it's like a very low-key wedding.
Okay.
And like literally, it's wild to me that she has everything booked besides a photographer.
I know,
which
that
I feel
is
like
wild.
Well,
and also
opposite.
It kind of feels like that might say something, where it's like she just doesn't really care about like the art of it all.
Yeah.
So kind of like
if she reaches out,
but you never know.
I'll do it. But yeah, it wasn't like, I don't know. It's also just nerve-wracking, like meeting your in-laws.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that was like my first like little taste
that's
of
a lot of pressure, just like
Yeah.
getting to know them and then also trying to sell yourself. I'd be like, no, I'm not. That's like, I don't want to do that either. Like that's not something I would want to do at that place.
Yeah.
That's just so weird to be like, but again, people do it. So I don't know if we're just anxious and
Yep,
don't
I
want
think we're
to,
just anxious.
or I don't know, maybe that's not appropriate, but then everyone was talking about it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's hard.
But something that has really helped with my anxiety, I'm telling you, you said you haven't started the book for book club yet?
No, not yet. I was going to start it this week,
It's
though.
literally so good. And it
Really?
literally, like, the
I'm so glad.
first, like, section just talks about, like, tackling your anxiety. And it's, like, so
Ooh.
many different tools that have helped me. Even, like, last week before or the week before I went on my trip, I had, like, 3 different phone calls with just,
Ooh,
like,
okay, yeah.
planners and couples and stuff. And they were all, like, for some reason, stressing me out. And,
Oh,
like, I don't really ever really get stressed out about, like, a
calls.
call, but for some reason, my anxiety was just so high. And there's this one thing that the author talks about. It's called an anxiety management plan, and he gives you, like, a bunch of different tools that help reduce anxiety, and you basically pick your favorite ones and create, like, a little acronym in your head that you can remember.
Mm.
And so that's what I've been doing, and it literally just helps me, like, I remember my acronym. It's called BRAM, BRAM. That's mine. And, like, the B stands for breathing, so you take a couple deep breaths. The R stands for rationalization, so you're like, literally everyone's anxious. It's not just me. Like, I'm not weird. Like,
Yes.
that really helps. And then A is acknowledging your feelings and how they're, like, not you. They're, like,
Okay.
separate from you. So you're like,
Mhm.
I'm just having these anxious feelings, but that's not my identity.
Yes.
And then M is a mantra. So you can tell yourself, like, I have value to bring to this meeting.
Aw.
And, like, literally doing all that before my calls, I was just like a different person.
Yeah, you're like, I'm awake.
Yes, it was so good. So I'm really
Wait,
enjoying the
that's
book.
really good. I
Yeah.
know, I'm after our first book, I get so, what's the word? I get so, like, I hope we like this book.
Yeah.
So that's good to hear. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I go into these blind, so it's not like we're choosing books that we haven't read, so it's,
Right.
like, hard to know, like
They're kinda, like, not mainstream, so it's like
Yes,
we don't know if it's
exactly.
gonna be good or not.
Yeah, exactly. So I always get like, I'm like, "Ooh, hope we like this one." So I'm glad that you've been liking it because
Yeah.
it's like, it's one of those things where I do this too whenever I like bring someone somewhere that I love or like bring them to a movie or watch a show that I love and you recommend it and they're like, I don't know if I like this. And so it's just like one of those things where I'm like, please, like people pleasing, but just kind of like, I hope you like this because I
Yeah.
really, really love it. And I would be devastated if you don't.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But I guess with that, what was your learning lesson of like the selling yourself, like just having
Yeah,
being like prepped with like the
yeah, and I mean, this whole book is about, like, being prepared for, he calls it spontaneous conversation, so basically just,
okay.
like, improv. And so, like, that was a spontaneous situation that I hadn't planned for.
Yes.
And so I feel like after reading this book, I'll have more tools to, like, be ready for those kind of interactions,
Mm-hmm.
especially, like, networking and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
this was basically networking that I just was not in the right
Yeah.
mindset for.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
I
just wanted to chill and relax.
yeah, and I think also, like you said, like, asking a question like, "What are you looking for?" And then after they respond, you can have, like, your little elevator pitch and being like, "In one sentence, this is who I am."
Yeah.
And I just feel like I need to practice that over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's so true. And that's actually the reason I went into the spiel about my sister was because she knew exactly what she was looking for. So it's
Yeah.
like I guess easier to find a photographer or like inquire with someone when you know exactly what you're looking for, and that's why branding is so important.
Mhm.
Because you want someone to like look at your website, look at your copy, look at your Instagram and be like, "Oh, this is exactly what I'm looking for."
Mhm.
And so that's the reason I went into that spiel. I was like, "Why did I do that?" But it's like, what are you looking for? Because then that could be like, "Oh, well, probably won't."
Yeah, we probably aren't the best match.
Yeah, but
And that's why I think, like, niching down is so important, and I know there's a lot of, like, talk about niching down, and I'm not talking about specifically, like, you have to shoot one thing, but, like, niching down and, like, what your values are, because and like sticking to it. Because like you said, like if like our marketing was just like, this is who I am, this is who I am. If Steph was looking for that and she found it, she'd be like, oh, that's who I want to inquire with.
Yeah, it's so true. All right, well, what else is there?
Oh, do we want to talk about my crazy weekend?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not?
It has nothing to do with business or photography, but
no, let's talk about it.
Okay, as soon as I got home from Tahoe, I had an appointment to go get my driver's license renewed, which has been stressing me out because I just got married. I just changed my name through Social Security. But my license was expiring this year, and it expires a week before we fly to New York. So I was like, okay, I'll just like hit him with a double whammy. I'll get my license renewed, and I'll also change my name.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I couldn't do it online because it had been like over 2 years since I had done it online. So every 2 years you have to go in person. Well, if you know the state of our country right now, you know that it's impossible to get an appointment at any of these government places. And so I had to wait like 2 months for this appointment. So I'm stressed out, okay? I have I don't even know the documents you need to go renew your license, but I have everything. I have my marriage license. I have my birth certificate, both Social Security cards, everything. I have a electrical bill for my proof of address. Like, I have everything.
That is so funny.
And so I'm like so anxious about this appointment. I do it. I had to drive all the way to Weatherford because that's the only place I could find that was like 2 months away and not like 4 months away. So whatever. And I'm like sitting in this little like DPS building that I literally went to get my driver's license, like did my driver's test when I was 16. And there's like ladies that I remember still working there from when I was 16. And so it all flies by. She's like, okay, make sure everything looks good. And I'm like, yep, everything looks good. And so it was fine. And I got my temporary ID and she cuts up my old ID. And I'm like, cool. Literally 30 minutes into my drive home, I'm looking at my temporary and my address is wrong.
No.
And I'm like, I was so angry. I was like, I literally looked at it and I thought it was fine. And then now it's not fine. And I think I just had a lot of like adrenaline where I couldn't really read.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it looks great to me. Well, it was wrong. And so I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm calling Ian. He's like, just call them back. I'm like, you can't just call the DPS. Like, they don't have like answering machines anymore. Like, it's literally just an AI bot telling you what to do. So I called them like 3 times, couldn't talk to someone. I'm like, I'm literally going to have to make another appointment because I couldn't go online and change my address because there was one number that you needed at the bottom of your license that I didn't have because it was temporary.
Oh, okay.
And she had cut up my old one.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God. So literally Ian was like, they have an appointment tomorrow in Lubbock. Like, we can drive you. Because I'm like, I need my license before. Like, I'm just so scared of it not coming in before New York.
Yeah. When it's also going to the wrong address.
Exactly. I was like, it's going to get lost in the mail.
It would have been fine if the address was wrong. But like, since you don't get it like right then and there, it's going somewhere else. Like, it's not going to.
And I was like, literally, it's going to get lost in the mail. I can't wait for the physical copy to do it online. And so I found one appointment in this tiny town, literally basically in Oklahoma.
Oh my God.
So I drove there yesterday. It was like 2.5 hours. And I like pull up and I'm like, is this even it? There's no parking lot. It's like a dirt path. And it's literally like the juvenile detention center.
Oh God.
And then under it says also driver's license. I'm like, okay.
Jeez.
And I walk in and I'm like, hi. And she's like, and this is just so funny because like in the city, if you walk into one of these government buildings, there's lines, there's a million people, like you're never chaos. Like it's chaos. This one, there was no one there. She's like, how can I help you? I was like, I'm stressing out. And I told her everything. And she was like, let me just look it up. And it hadn't been like sent out in the mail yet. So she was able to just change my address right there.
Ooh, okay.
So we got it all taken care of. But
everything's figure-outable.
Everything's figure-outable.
But stressed.
But I had to wait from like Thursday to Monday, and in between then Ian got COVID, so I'm like taking care of him, and I'm like everything is just so crazy right now.
Oh no, Miranda, that's crazy.
And then I called my mom after it. I was like, Mom, I am 30 years old and I just figured this out all by myself. I didn't even call you. She's like, you should have called me. I was like, what? You were going to tell me to make an appointment.
Do the same
that's what I
thing.
did. Yeah.
That is so funny. Well, I'm glad you figured it out because that
Yeah.
is kind of stressful.
Yeah.
Especially
So it
with like
come in
flights
time.
and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
I know you need to get a passport.
I know. That's the next thing on my list.
Mhm. Well, at least hopefully now your name is changed and everything, so it should be easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I think I've only done the passport thing online since I've gotten a passport, so I don't really know the process for that one. But I think it's pretty easy.
Yeah, mine expired
I think
3 years ago though, so.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably have to apply for a new one again.
Yeah, I think yeah.
We'll
I think
see,
you
we'll
always
see.
have to apply. But I don't know. I don't know the process.
Yeah.
Don't get your information here.
Yeah.
Google that one.
Yeah.
Well, I also had July just really wasn't my month. Except for like the beginning when I went to Mexico. Like that feels like it's been forever ago, but I also had like a crazy week last week. So after I got back from Mexico, I got sick, started my period, and then like a few days after that, I get a UTI.
Oh no.
Literally, I'm like, I'm almost there. Like, it's almost normal. Because, being sick, like, it wasn't like I had like an illness that was like, I wasn't like, bedridden or anything. But just having a cold almost feels worse because it's like, I feel fine. Like, I can do things. But like,
yeah,
it just like, you don't feel normal. So it's like not fun.
Yeah.
So just after having that cold, and then getting a UTI, which is so funny because me and Avery went to lunch with some of our friends or dinner, wherever. It was on a Sunday, and they were talking about how their friend was having like crazy kidney infections, and they think it's because of like UTIs and whatnot. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've never had one. It's crazy. Like, I just have not had one. So it's wild that she's getting like kidney infections from it, like in and out of hospitals from
wow,
kidney infections, because I guess it can like travel. Like if you don't get it treated, it can travel. And so literally the next day I was like, what? You've got to be kidding me. Like that's when I found out. I was like, wait, this isn't normal.
Spooky.
Yes, it was wild. And usually I'm not very like health anxious. Like that's like, I've never been health anxious. Like I've literally never even had insurance, like health insurance. I think I've had it for like a year. One time when I was like 25, but I've never had health insurance. So like I'm really not health anxious at all. Like I really don't go to the doctor that often, but I was like, okay, I gotta get this taken care of because that's a sign. Like talking about kidney infections, like I don't have health insurance. I might as well pay whatever I need to pay to get antibiotics for this thing. And so I was like, how do I even do that? Like you, I'm like, how do I adult?
You're right.
I'm like, where do I go to do that? Like, do I have to make an appointment? Like, I don't have a primary doctor. Like, I don't know how.
She's making me so hot.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Luna's right underneath.
I'm sweating,
Miranda.
Girly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty hot too. But anyway, so yeah, I was just like, do I go to urgent care, the ER? Like, it's not that serious, but I should probably get that taken care of pretty soon. And then I remembered that there was a website a long time ago. Well, all of my like doctor's appointments, because I get treated for my anxiety and ADHD, is all telehealth. So I don't have to like go in to see a doctor. I just see the doctor on Zoom and then they prescribe it and I just go pick it up. And so I was like, there has to be an easier way because I don't want to go to urgent care. Like I really don't want to wait for like 3 hours there and just, I don't know. I've just heard it's like a nightmare. And so I was like, there has to be an easier way. So of course, like I look it up and there's a website called wisp.com, like WISP.com. And you like fill out this like form and they're like, yeah, you probably have a UTI, and they prescribed it for me, and I went to go pick it up at Walmart, and that was that. It was
Hell
so
yeah.
easy, like, so easy. I was like, "This is what I'm talking about." Like, this is what I love to see.
Yeah.
So, shout out to that website, like, if you ever get a UTI and you're like, don't wanna go to urgent care or your
Mhm.
primary or make an appointment or whatever, you can just go on that website.
I've heard hers and hims.com
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah,
also very
yeah.
similar.
Okay, yeah.
I used to get my anxiety medication through that.
Oh, okay.
Well
Through
well, it was,
Wisp?
like no, hers.
Oh, okay.
It was actually through, like, Simple Health, but then it got, like, bought out by hers,
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
Yeah, I've heard of hers, .com too, but I think this one was the first one that popped up, and I had seen it before because I've seen ads
Mm.
about it before, and I was like, "That was so easy, thank God." And it was, like, not that expensive. I think I paid maybe a total of, like, $80-$90 for everything for, like,
Yeah.
the prescription and then just picking it up from Walmart, so I was like, "Oh, I thought I was gonna have to pay a lot of money because I didn't know how much urgent care was.
Yeah.
I didn't know how I didn't know how, expensive the medication was gonna be, and so, yeah,
And, like,
that
all
was
the
me.
doctor fees.
Yes, exactly, and so I was
You're just like, "I know I have UTI, just give me medicine."
yeah. Exactly, and that's literally what was on the website, like, you answered a few questions, and they were like, "Yep, you probably have a
Those are the
UTI,"
same
so
questions that the doctors ask me.
yes, exactly. I didn't even have to talk to anyone, there was
Yeah.
no Zoom, it was great. I think in some states you have to get on a Zoom call with a doctor to do it, but in Texas, apparently, like, you
Mm.
don't have to for that, and so, yeah, they have other resources too, and I just thought that was so cool. I was like, "Wow, this I like technology, like,
Yeah.
this is everything." Like, can you imagine, like, some people just don't know about this stuff, so I was like, I really need to shout them out because it was great.
Well, also on, like, the same tune, I got, like, a bunch of, like, labs done,
Mhm,
and, like, I had been putting this off for years because I thought I had to go to the doctor,
mhm.
and I couldn't find, like, a gyno that was, like, even taking patients in Dallas, and it was just, like, so frustrating, and then I was like, "You know what? Let me just put this in the ChatGPT and chat tell me what to do." And it was,
Yeah.
like, literally, you can go onto this website, have all these buy all these tests, go to a LabCorp, do it yourself, and then literally, I'll tell you what the results mean. I was like, "Thank you."
You're like, "This is all I needed?"
Literally. So I literally did that, and I, like, figure out, like, all my hormonal imbalances that I've been, like
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
that I've been
wow.
speculating about for
Uh-huh.
years, and it was amazing.
Did you do, like, a women's health
Yeah, I
thing?
did, like, um, the sex hormone panel, I did the thyroid panel,
Okay.
I did, what else did I do? Blood sugar,
Okay.
to see, like, if I was, like, pre-diabetic and stuff like that. There's, like, a bunch of different tests that chat told me to do, and I was like, "Okay, I have $200.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
this.
do these first."
Okay,
But
I
that
didn't know
was
you did
really
that.
yeah, and I did that the morning of getting my driver's license renewed.
Oh,
So it
okay.
was and I'd never really had blood drawn before, so I
Yeah.
was already anxious about that,
Yeah.
but it was super easy, like,
Yeah.
you just go into Walgreens and
Yeah.
get your blood drawn,
Yeah. I've
so
done that before with I don't know if it was LabCorp, Quest, maybe, I think
Mhm,
it's called.
Quest is
They
the other
have their
one.
own, like if you go on their website, they have their own, like, tests that you can do,
Yeah,
and I've also been hearing a lot about, like, functional health.
yeah. I think
It's
the
like a
one I did
website.
was called Walk-In Labs,
Oh,
and
okay.
so that's, like, the doctors that work for Walk-In Labs will sign off on the labs to go to LabCorp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's this website. It's, like, called, like, Functional Health, something like that, but they have a, like, a really in-depth test that I've been wanting to do, but it's $500, but it does give you, like, a lot of information, so I've thought about doing that
Mhm.
too, because after you take the test, I think you're able to, like, talk to a doctor and see if there's anything that you need to, I don't know, improve on or whatever you need to do. So, yeah, it's been nice
I know.
with all this, like, internet stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Make it easy."
Yeah,
Yes, that's what I need. I
yeah,
don't need this to be 10 times harder, and we all know, like, the medical care system is crazy. So, it's just nice that I was just
yeah.
able to do everything online.
Especially as 2 self-employed girlies, like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So I'm glad you did that because I know you had been
yeah.
wanting to do that for a while.
And one more thing about women's health. Okay, if you have severe PMDD symptoms like I do. I don't know why it took me so long to jump on this train, but I've been taking Zyrtec and Pepsid. What's it called? Pepsid AC. I don't know what's called.
I don't know. I've never heard
It's
of
like
that.
they're both antihistamine medications that you can
Okay.
get over the counter. And literally, I don't feel like I want to kill myself.
What? No way. It actually worked.
I'm telling you, I was so irritable. Like 2 days ago, I woke up and I was like, I'm sick and tired of feeling this way. I'm sick and tired of hating myself. I'm sick and tired of feeling like the world is ending and being so anxious to go outside.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let me just try this. Like, I'm telling you, like the brain fog and like it's just gone. And I feel like I'm in my follicular
That's
phase.
crazy. Wow.
I have so much energy.
That's how I felt after I took Lexapro for a few months. I was like,
Yeah.
This is wild. But that's amazing.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know what PMDD is, will you explain a little bit? It's like the week before your period, right?
Yeah. So it's premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
And it's just like everyone has like normal PMS like during their luteal phase, but this is like extreme psychological, extreme anxiety and depression, and just like really bad mood swings, really bad cramps, really bad everything. Just everything's like intensified, and a lot of people have this due to like a histamine intolerance in their body, and so if your body isn't really like breaking down your histamines, it all builds up and can really like mess up a lot of stuff. And so those two medications, Zyrtec and Pepsid, really help like break down your histamine. So
that's wild.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh, well, I'm glad that's working too.
I
You
know.
really are adulting. Wow, Miranda.
I know. It's crazy.
Something has changed. You're getting closer to your 30s, so you're like, just put your feet under her and she'll move.
There we go, girly.
Yeah, there you go. My dogs, I swear. At least they're being good and not barking, because they're just laying on top of Miranda. It's fine. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let me see if there was anything else that I was going to talk about. Well, there was quite a bit that I was going to talk about. But one of the things that I hyper fixated on while you were gone is journaling, eBay, and junk journals.
Okay.
My entire For You page, I love TikTok because my entire For You page right now is like so creative and girly and like just so fun, like fashion and honestly like everything that I love. And so it's just been fun like going through my For You page. But journaling showed up because, of course, like reading the book, The Karma of Success, she talks about journaling. And so I just like, went on TikTok, searched like journaling and just kind of like get inspired because she says like not to make it a chore because it'll just like, you're just gonna not write.
Yeah.
If you make it like a chore, something that you have to do. And so I was just trying to get inspiration from others of like how they journal or like, now I learned a new term called journaling ecosystem, which is like people have different journals for different things. And they use them all not at the same time, but just like whenever they need a journal, they have a journal for it. And so I thought that was really smart because I've always felt like, oh, I just need one journal for everything. And I don't really know why I thought that, but after seeing these videos, I was like, oh, I guess you really don't need a journal for everything. And so I just like went through because I have so many journals that I've like maybe like written like 1 or 2 pages in or like and so I just went through some of my journals and I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna make this like journal for my to-do list, or I'm gonna make this journal for like my wins of the day, my gratitude, just to like have a little list because I don't want to put that in my full like journal where I'm like writing out my actual thoughts. Like I just want it to have, I don't know, just be separate. I don't know, my brain just works that way where I like things to be separate in different things because it just like seems messy if I do it all in one journal. And so, yeah, I was like learning about that. And of course, like when you get into journaling TikTok, junk journal TikTok comes about, and so I was really hyper fixated on that just because I love watching everyone's videos. I was like, people are just so creative, and I just loved watching it. And I don't really love the aesthetic of junk journaling, but it gave me the idea of using like one of my journals to kind of scrapbook and print out more pictures.
Mhm.
And so I think I'm gonna do more like of a scrapbook ish type of journal without like really scrapbooking, I guess. Like I still want it to look good and cutesy and girly, but I don't want it to be like junk. If that makes
Yeah,
sense. Like
yeah.
that's just not my aesthetic either. Like I don't know. That's
Well,
just
you
not
wanted to,
my
like, have, like, meaningful things that you're putting in
yeah.
it.
Well, and I also like I thought like, okay, I'm a photographer, like how can I print my photos? Like I want to be able to like print my own memories because I like if you look through my phone, it's mostly like photos of everyone but myself. And so I was like, okay, what will get me to write down my memories and just like print photos and whatever. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna use one of my journals to do like a little scrapbook and a little, I don't know, like memory holder
I love
of
that.
like my dogs and me and Avery. And like one of the spreads I want to do is like my birthday party. Like I want to
Yeah.
make a few spreads of that. So yeah, I just really got into that. And then and then do you know what a cricket is?
Yes.
Okay, well, I had a cricket that my friend gave me like 4 years ago, and I just got the inspo, the energy to, make stickers from it, and so I was, like, making my own stickers for the scrapbooking and the journaling because I was like, "How can I make journaling, like, not a chore and make it more a little bit
Fun.
more fun?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, maybe stickers will help, like, if I put stickers in, like, my journals or if I put, like, memories or something just to make it more fun when I'm, like, writing out, like, 3 pages." And so that's, like, something that I got into too.
That's
It's
so
like making
cute.
stickers and like just I don't know, just like little printing out pages and photos and whatnot. So yeah, that was that was my week when you were gone.
I love
Just being more
that.
creative. I
Yeah.
think that was like the main point of it was just like I just wanted to be creative and also just like apply all my skills together because I'm like really good at design, I'm really good at photography. So like how can I make it all in one? And I think that'll be a fun little hobby to have.
Yeah. I think one like, it's just making me think of, like, maybe once a quarter, like, kind of recapping your quarter and being like,
Yes.
"These are all my memories. This is what happened," and, like, processing it, like, in a very
Yes.
creative way.
Yeah.
I
And
feel
just
like
like
I would be into
remembering.
that.
Yes, I know you definitely should get into it. And for those of you that are not on junk journal TikTok, a lot of people like collect items from their everyday life, like receipts and like bags and um, I don't even know
Like
what else. Like, yeah,
rappers.
literally any that's why
Yeah.
it's called a junk journal because people will just collect junk
Yeah.
from the day. Well, what you would consider junk, like things that you would just throw away, like wrapping paper, things like that. And so they'll just put it in one big journal, and their journal is like it ends up being like it goes from like half an inch to like 5 inches
Yeah.
because it's so bulky
So thick.
and it's cute, just not like where I want to go with
Yeah.
my with my creative journey. But I did think that like doing the photography thing would be cute
Mhm.
and just being creative too and just like because I have all these like things to like make stuff like fabric and the Cricut and all of that. I was like, I can put it all together.
I love it. I literally
Yeah,
love
like
it
with
so
the
much.
photography and stuff. Yeah, definitely. I think it would be good to get into just like making like photo books,
Yeah.
even.
Something that I've been really, like, into recently is, like, trying to create outfits from colors in, like, everyday life or, like, in a nature scene or, like,
Oh,
if I see, like, a color scheme, that's, like, really inspiring to me and then trying to, like, make an outfit out of those colors.
interesting. Okay, I love
Um,
that.
and so I feel like that could be a good, journal to have is, like, either, like, snap a photo or, like, cut out, like,
Yeah, do like a little
graphics that you find throughout the
collage.
day, yeah, and be like, "These colors look really good together,"
Yes.
if you're, like,
Yes.
into, like, trying to make better outfits.
Yeah, or anything, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it could inspire you to do anything. No, it was really fun when I was like creating everything. and
And
like
then
getting
you're
inspo.
like creating every single day.
Yeah.
Like in just little itty bitty ways.
Yes.
That are like doesn't take much brain energy.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
so fun.
Yeah, and if you go on TikTok, like people have so many good ideas, like just like for the junk journal, like they'll have like an intro page, and like some people will have like a letter when I finish, or like it's just so cute. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so smart.
Yeah.
And like having creativity with your hands too is really fun, and just like I don't know, it kind of fuels the inner child in you too, because I feel like that's just what you do when you're a child, is like you're always like using construction paper and like scissors and all that stuff. And it also reminded me like the older I get, the more I resonate with my mom, which if you guys don't know, my mom passed away when I was like 12. And honestly, a lot of people don't know that, so I just don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like awkward because then people like feel weird, and I'm like, it's fine. Like
Yeah.
it happened so long ago. Like I really have no, like, I'm not going to start crying with you.
Right.
But like people just like feel weird because it's like, oh, sorry. That's why I really don't talk about it a lot, because I don't want the other person to feel bad. But anyways, and so I didn't know her as an adult. And so thinking back of like her personality and how she was always like hyper fixated on it. She was so creative. She always had something to do. Like she would bake cakes. She would sew. She would make all her like birthday banners and all of that stuff. And she also just had so much like creative outlets that weren't just like one thing that people, I feel like you always like just want to choose one thing for some reason. And she just like had everything for everything, like scrapbook paper, photo books, everything. And so I'm like, wow, I really am turning into my mom. It's just so funny.
You know,
to,
it's really funny. And my mom used to own a scrapbook store.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Miranda, that's so crazy, because I was looking in Fort Worth to see if there was like a stationery store besides like Michael's and Hobby Lobby. There is not one. And I was like, future idea.
Yeah, I feel like early 2000s, that was the thing, like scrapbook stores. Like scrapbooking was crazy.
Yeah, people loved. I feel like it's definitely making a comeback for sure. Because I saw this stationery store in Chicago, and it's so freaking cute. It's owned by these two gay guys, and it just like their TikToks are so cute. All the stuff that they have in the store, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need everything. Sadly, they don't have an online store, or I would like get everything from them, because I love to support, small businesses, but they don't have an online store. And everyone, literally all the comments are always like, if only you had an online store.
Well, it looks like we're taking a trip to Chicago.
And that's why I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if there's any in New York maybe that we can find, or like.
Oh, there's tons. There's a lot of like stationery stores that I love.
Okay, yeah, I just love stationery. I know I always have, but I never really do anything with it. So now I'm like finding ways to use everything.
You're inspiring me.
I know, it's so fun. It was so fun to.
Just what I needed. I needed you to hit me with a new hobby. I really did.
Well, and it's so funny because I'm like, I don't need a new hobby. I don't need a new hobby, but
it combines all of them.
Well, and it combines all of them. And like, what's so wrong with having multiple? And also, like, it's not like I'm gonna do this every single day. Like, that's not something that I like see myself doing every single day. But yeah, I can have different hobbies, and like they can come in and out of my life. Like sewing, like I really don't have the inspiration to sew right now, but I do have some things that I want to alter soon, and so that'll come into play pretty soon. But it's not like I don't feel like I have to do it every day, which I think people like, I don't know, feel like they might be like have too many hobbies, but you never have enough.
No, it's the man Jen in us.
Yeah,
we don't have to be experts at one thing and like full-fledged like take it to the moon.
Yeah, well, and it's also like you don't have to do it every day.
Yeah.
I like combining all like the skills that I have, like my technological skills with like making stickers. Like I didn't really even have to like look at tutorials or anything, and like
that's so cool.
I was like, oh, maybe I should make like little videos of like what I'm doing, because I love getting videos like that. So it's just like creative all around. And I was like,
we should have not like a challenge, because I don't like to make everything like a challenge, but like we should do a junk journal to like each of us, and then at the end of the year we should compare the aesthetics.
Miranda.
That would be so cute.
Yes, and I need to get you on junk journal TikTok because it is so fun. There's literally a DFW junk journal community where they get together and they all junk journal together. And
That's so cute.
And there's these Australian TikTokers that I've been seeing on my For You page. They have a Sister of the Traveling Journal, and they all do their own spreads.
That's so
They
cute.
all do their own spreads when they get the journal. That's so freaking cute. And they just like, and at the end, they'll all have like different spreads in there from different people. It's like a pen pal kind of.
I love it.
But like Sister of the Traveling Journal. And I was just like, it's so cute. But yes, that's a good idea too. Like at the end of the year, what do you think? Okay.
I like it. Let's do it.
Just like a scrapbook. And yeah, so I've just been like so like in my creative like journey.
Looks like after how can we end this podcast, I'm going to Michael's to get a journal.
Literally, I know. It's so fun. I'm excited to do that and see like what I come up with because all the junk journals look different. I did see someone did a junk journal, but it's like a binder with like sheets, like what would you transparent sheets, and she'll like create it on paper and then she'll just put it in the sheet, and so she'll just like it's like a neater junk journal because she still has like those bulky items, but it doesn't look as like crazy as like the junk journals.
I'm into looking crazy though.
Yeah, no, I know that it is really really cute when you like look through it and like the creativity that people have and like everything that they do.
Me so excited.
It's so fun. Yeah, it's so
I
feel
fun.
Like
it's like scrapbooking is just so fun because you don't have to be good at anything. Like you don't have to be good at like drawing, which I like am not good at.
See, that was my problem too with like I'm like, well, I can't draw, so what am I gonna do in my journal like to make it fun? I'm like, well, I can do graphics. I can get graphics from the internet and print them out and do my Cricut and have stickers. Or like if I want a background, I can go on Canva and just print it out on my printer. And I don't have to like draw it, paint it, whatever. That's like not my skill suit.
And we could even like print out like personal photos.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Have that as the background.
Yes, exactly. Okay, that's like my plan is I bought some printer paper. Amazing. And I'm just gonna print them off my printer and not really care too much really what it like looks like. Or like the highest quality or whatever. It's nice just to have just like a photo, even if it's like not like perfect quality because it's going in scrapbook anyways. But a lot of people that do junk journaling, they'll also have like the little tiny printers. Like Canon makes tiny printers that are like stickers that you can print off of, so a lot of people have that. And I think Canon also makes like a bigger one for like 4x6 photos that's really cute too. So there's just like so many, but I'm just using a printer that I got from Amazon for like $100 and it prints photos, and honestly they look fine.
I need a shitty printer because all we have is Ian's really high-tech nice printer that he like prints out all of his design stuff on, and
well, why don't you use that?
Because it's so hard to like I can't work it.
Oh my, well, you have to learn because
even he has a hard time working it.
I need to come over then.
He gets so like
frustrated
when I ask him just to print off like a random sheet of paper. He's like, I don't even have regular printer paper. I have like this real. So literally, when I had to print out my labs to go take to LabCorp, it was on like the nicest piece of paper you've ever seen. It was so funny.
That is really funny. Well, I can just send you the link to the printer I have. It's just on the floor over there. But it prints everything and it looks nice. Like all my stickers, I'm like, wow, I can sell these on Etsy. I'm like, oh my gosh, these look so good. And then, okay, last thing that I wanted to talk about is speaking of like creativity and everything, I saw this TikTok of this girl who had just gotten married and her videographer sent her like a little gift box in the mail with like her wedding video on like a USB. And then they also sent like a zine. Like it was like a little magazine with like frames from her video and like quotes that were like in the video, the written vows, and it was the cutest thing ever. And I was like, that is so smart. Like it, and it's not nothing crazy. It was literally just like stills from their wedding video, their vows, just different colors. It kind of looked like a scrapbook, but just like a magazine. But it was smaller than magazine.
Oh my gosh.
It was just so cute. I was like,
Ian has been wanting to make zines. Like he even like has like special stuff to make it.
Yes, it's
and
so
I'm
fun.
like, I could just have him make one for each wedding.
Yes.
That's
why I brought it up, because I was like, just speaking of creativity, I was like, wait, that's such a small like idea, but it's like
So
she was
unique.
like so obsessed with it. She was like, oh my gosh, like where am I gonna put this? Like it was just like everything to her, and you could like make it match the wedding, and like
Oh wow.
it was just
I
like
love that.
so cool. I was like, that is so creative, so unique, like wow, amazing. She was like obsessed with it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, wow. I'll send you the video because it was
Okay,
really,
yeah.
really good. Just speaking of like creativity, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so smart, because it's like not as like basic as like a wedding album. It's just like something small that really honestly wouldn't cost that much to make.
Yeah.
Or that much time, because it wasn't like big. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
every single still from our wedding. It was just like
I love that idea
different
'cause
moments.
I've been trying to like rack my brain of like what I want to send my clients after, because I think it gives me the ick to think about sending a gift that everyone gets.
Yes.
And so that
just being more creative. Yeah, it's so
I love it.
so cool. Yeah, I know. I'm glad I saw that. It was just from the bride's point of view, and it was just so fun to see her reaction to it, cuz again, like I said, it's not anything like it's not a wedding album like hardcover or anything, but she was so excited to get it. And
like imagine wait. What if we made a junk journal for our clients? Like,
yeah,
and we
that's
just
basically what it was.
collected like, oh my gosh, wait, I saw this one TikTok of this girl and she collected everything from her wedding and she made like a wedding album, but instead of like photos, it was like textures and like audio clips and like, and there was this one like person that like a distributor that like made the album for her, but it was all her, like she designed it. And she just like kept like little things, like little details from the wedding day and made and like included them in her wedding album. It was the most gorgeous thing I'd ever seen.
Oh,
And so
interesting.
we need to like start collecting, like, you know how easy it is for us to like collect a matchbook? Like imagine us collecting like everything.
Yeah.
And then putting it in a little junk journal.
I mean, you know me, I'll
them.
take anything from
Yeah.
a wedding. I love a little souvenir.
Yeah.
I love anything from a
I love
wedding.
a little floral.
Yeah. So that would be really cool too.
I'm so into
So
it.
just something, yeah, it can be as unique as that. It can be as simple as just a little magazine with some photos in it. Like it was just so cool to see her just be so obsessed with it. And it was just like so simple.
So cute. Well, that's the inner child in all of us.
Yes.
We love
like
to.
She was just like, oh my gosh, my vows are in here. Like, that's so cool. And that would be easy to get, even if you're not like a videographer. They could just send you your vows, or you can, I mean, you have access during the wedding day if they've written them down, like take some photos of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just been like super creative, or like trying to see like how I can stay creative and it not just be with wedding photography.
Yeah.
And just everything else, and just like also just documenting my own memories too.
Okay, one more thing that I'll say about that.
Okay, yes, please. I'm stat.
Okay, for my Lake Tahoe trip, I really wanted to, I mean, I was gonna have my professional camera there because, like I said, I was taking photos of that party. But I was like, for some reason, I just haven't bought a personal camera. I don't know why. I just feel like there's too many options out there, and I like get overwhelmed. And so I was like, I really want to take personal photos, but I don't want to carry like my big whole setup around.
So hard.
And I mean, you could just like bring a film camera, but I was like, I really just want this to be like easy. And so I bought this thing called the Pocket Dispo lens. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
For those of y'all who don't know, it's basically like it's basically a lens cap.
Yeah, it's like a pancake lens.
Yeah, it's a pancake lens, but
it's like flat.
It's not even a pancake lens. It's like, I wouldn't even call it a real lens. Like it's basically like a cover for your camera. But it has a lens on it that is replication of like a disposable camera. And so I literally just had that on my camera and took it to the beach and was just taking photos. like it was a disposable, and then I was able to just like have them on my SD card. And
Yeah.
it was so
Just
nice.
makes things easier.
Yeah. And it was kind of hard because there's no way for you to focus because it's just like a fixed focal length and it's fixed focus.
Yeah.
So like anything up close was kind of blurry, or not blurry, but like out of focus, but it kind of gave it a vibe.
Yeah.
And I was so into it.
Well, it's kind of like film where sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get, especially when it's just a disposable, no focus, like auto everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to
and
get.
It was
but
literally
that's like
$40. So I didn't have to like go spend thousands of dollars on a personal camera.
Yes. No, that's so nice. And speaking of cameras, and if you're wanting like a personal camera, my sister for our trip to Mexico, she rented a camera. So she didn't even, because she also was like, well, didn't want to spend that much just to have a camera for Mexico. And so she just rented one, which I didn't even think of.
That's so
Which is crazy because I rent literally all the time. Like I rent all the time, but I didn't really think of doing that. Although I did just buy a personal camera, but it was just funny because I was like, oh, that is actually so smart.
Yeah.
So if you do want like just a small camera, like the Canon G7X, which is always sold out, apparently. I don't know. I've never checked, but people always say that online, so I'm just going to take their word for it. You can find it and rent it on Lens Rentals or wherever you want to rent it from, like your local camera shop. Usually they have rentals too. So yeah, I was like, yeah, so smart. So if you're not wanting to bring like your giant camera anywhere, then just rent a small one. I don't think it was that expensive to rent it. So
I mean, if it was nice. It's super inexpensive to rent like crazy gear.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine just
like a small camera. Yeah.
Wow, I'm so enlightened today.
I know. Wasn't this fun? I was like, I waited for this podcast to like talk about it, and I didn't even get into like the vintage eBay of it all. We'll just save that We'll save that for next week.
eBay.
Yeah. Talk about how many. That's so funny because you've only been gone for like a week and a half, or like I haven't seen you in a week and a half, and I've already had so many hyperfixations within like a week and a half that I'm like, oh my God. But that just has a lot to do with me trying to be creative and like get into the things that bring me joy that aren't just wedding photography and business. So that just like allows me to just like have more fun and have a joyful life. So it's been fun. But yeah, we'll talk about eBay and vintage and all of that stuff next week because we're we already hit our hour mark. So yay. Thank you guys so much for listening. Again, please remember to subscribe. Maybe leave us a little review or something to hype us up because, you know, we're just girls.
Out here.
We're putting ourselves out there. So we will see you next week. Thank you guys so much for listening, for watching, and love you. See ya.
Love you. Bye.